week 7 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few quarterbacks I look to drop this week. The first guy, Carson Wentz of the Washington Commanders. So Carson Wentz, it's been an up and down season here for Wentz most of the year. But right now, it looks like he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a finger injury. And he's been banged up over the last few weeks here. Is Carson Wentz playing through injury? And that's why maybe the numbers went down. So now with the broken finger and surgery here for Carson Wentz, he's going to be out after suffering that on Thursday night's game in Week 6 versus the Chicago Bears. So right now, Carson Wentz out as starter, Taylor Heineke in, and this Washington Commander team, they weren't winning many ball games anyway with Carson Wentz. I know Wentz had a few good games with to start the season, 2-4 so far for this Commander team. So taking them out 4 to 6 weeks, that'll take him all the way to Week 13, Week 14 of the fantasy football season. And right now, he's been struggling, like I said. And with the struggles and the injury, he's an easy quarterback to drop this week. The next quarterback's Matthew Stafford, the Los Angeles Rams. So Matthew Stafford, a great season last year in his first year, obviously winning the Super Bowl, and he put up monster numbers in his first year with Los Angeles. 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 17 intos. But this year, it's just been a problem for Stafford. The offensive line hasn't blocked well. The running game hasn't gotten anything going. And besides Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee, no one's really stepped up and done anything on this Rams offense. I know Allen Robinson had a good ball game in Week 6 finding the end zone. And Skoranek had a touchdown as well, but he still hasn't put up fantasy numbers. And now with the bye week coming up here in Week 7, there's really no reason to hold on to Stafford. So the last few games here for him, Week 4 at San Francisco, 254 pass yards and an interception, a fumble loss. Week 5 versus the Cowboys, 308 pass yards in that one with a touchdown into 2 fumble losses. And Week 6 versus the Panthers, 253 pass yards, a touchdown and an into. So right now, he's doing 250, 300 yards, which is solid yards, but he's only getting 1 touchdown with 2-3 turnovers a game. So now with the bye week coming up, and the numbers haven't been there, getting under 15 fantasy points 4 weeks in a row, it's an easy time to drop Stafford this week. The final quarterback I look to drop this week here is JamEIS Winston of the New Orleans Saints. So JamEIS Winston, he was healthy, but obviously a backup in that ball game. And now reports are coming out, they're still not naming a starter in Week 7 is the Saint team. So this Saint team's a mess right now. Tons of injuries. Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry hurt. Chris Olave hurt as well. So the whole receiving core hurt. Winston, we know, has fractures in his back. And this Saint team, they're playing tough football and competitive, but they're just not winning right now. Losing 3 out of 4 is the Saint team. So right now, Winston banged up. No timetable for his return 100% as a starter. And with the injuries at wide receiver, there's no reason to hold on to him this week. So that's a few quarterbacks I would drop here for Week 7 of the fantasy football season.